They always look baffled like, what? The movie Sinners is denouncing God? The movie Sinners is demonic? Duh! The fudge? Like, what are we even talking about? I think it's safe to say that Sinners has taken over our timelines. I think the only person who hasn't been affected by Sinners' invasion of how good the movie is allegedly is my girlfriend. I can't believe she has not seen any propaganda for this movie. Meanwhile, my timeline has been flooded with facts and all types of things to a point where I don't even think I need to see the movie because as much as I've seen in the commentary, I think I know pretty much what's going on.
2016 New Orleans, I was demonically possessed and I almost lost my life while I was in witchcraft. And now there's a movie called Sinners taking place in the same area, inspired by Delta blues and Mississippi occult mythology. It's people selling their souls to Satan for fame and money, and it has to do with music.
Yep, this is the end for this movie, as those who watched it have received their last biblical warning, are now being found motionless on the floor, and they don't have much time left. People were terrified after millions of people were seen leaving the theater crying while praying to God for their lives, with many saying that God is not happy, and anyone who watches it might not be only not forgiven, but may only have days left of their entire life.
I walked out on the Sinners movie, y'all, not because it was a bad movie, but because it was too heavy on me spiritually, and I did not realize it was going to be that heavily spiritual. To be fair, I didn't see any previews at all. I really honestly just wanted to support Ryan and Michael. It was so heavy on me, y'all. I had prayed like 4 times by the time it got to the middle of the movie.
Sinners is a movie that was directed by Ryan Coogler. For context, he's the person who did Black Panther. He's like this black, director, and Sinners is doing quite well in the box office. I remember seeing the trailer quite a few weeks back. I was thinking, yeah, this movie looks very interesting. I was gonna go see it, but after hearing the stuff about denouncing Christ and what else was there, witchcraft and stuff like that, I was like, nah, not for me. And I carried on with my day, because I guess if that's the art that's being pushed out, it's not my business, not for me, and X, Y, and Z. However, I've been seeing a lot of discourse online, and it's coming from the Christian community as well. Like, I've seen a lot of Christians publicly talk about the movie and say, hey, this is bad, demonic, don't watch this movie, things of that nature, blah, 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 X, Y, Z. The natural, upset because Sinners is demonic and things of that nature. For me, it always baffles me, though, right? How silly people can get from uproar. I mean, this isn't just targeted to Christians, but I'm going to use them as a point of topic for this video, along with a lot of people. Context, did you guys know that on my timeline, I saw things about Palestine? And I saw, like, unfortunately, a kid unalived, another corpse as well. Like, I've seen some nonsense kind of upsetting things, chilling things, I've seen stuff with political movements about rumors of war. I've seen people going through all kinds of dark things, like very serious situations. And for me, it baffles me when individuals go online and make an uproar over such first world problems. Christians complaining about a movie, people having gender wars, people doing all kinds of silly petty arguments and stuff like that. And for me, it's like ridiculous. Like, when you go outside and you smell grass, because I was gone for a while, right? And I was always in touch with reality, but further being in reality, it's like when you see people arguing about online, you really sit there and you look in sadness. Do you guys not know what's actually going on in the real world? That you guys are writing hit pieces and you're writing paragraphs on Twitter about a movie. Now, again, I'm using Christians as topic of this video because I think it's quite embarrassing, because Christians are held to a much higher standard by God. And when I see Christians showing uproar about the movie and how demonic it is and X, Y, and Z, what did you expect from a movie called Sinners? I don't know. It's like Christians constantly are surprised when people who don't believe in God do things that show you they don't believe in God. They always look baffled like, what? The movie Sinners is denouncing God? The movie Sinners is demonic? Duh! The fudge? Like, what are we even talking about right now? And it's like, you sit there and you're like, as a Christian, you should be doing better. Like, I can understand individuals doing their own thing, X, Y, and Z, because they're not held to that higher standard. That's not me having a superiority complex. But when it comes to, like, Christians, where you know better and you meant to do better, it's just so embarrassing when you're just whinging and moaning and complaining about a movie that was surprise, surprise from Hollywood, and surprise, surprise, it's demonic, and surprise, surprise, it doesn't have anything to do with believing in God. Like, what are we even talking about right now? And then there's another movie being released by Jordan Peele talking about the same demonic stuff as well. Listen, you know, I love my God very much. I love him so much that I don't give a damn about what these movies are doing. I really don't, because there's real life problems going on. Now, if you're an individual watching this and you're not a Christian, right? Like I said, I'm not looking down on you. It's not a superiority complex thing, because I'm talking to the crowd as well. We need to do better on what we are causing uproar about. At the end of the day, it's all fiction. Sinners isn't real. And all the other media that you see that pushes away the idea of God and things of that nature aren't real. I think it's just embarrassing when people try to make problems where there's no problems. How does the movie affect you? How does the movie affect anyone else? This is a movie people are going to forget about by next year. Heck, by even the end of the year. Because there will be a new hot topic. And that will happen again and again and again. And you keep complaining about the same thing. You did it with No Laws X. You're doing it with Sexy Red. And then you've done it with this one. Then you'll do it with the Jordan Peele movie. It's like, we know the obvious, like, you know, and you see silly things like gender wars. And you see silly things like, you know, the arguments of trans people and gay LGBTQ people and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's just like, there's actually wars going on. There's actually bad things happening. Like, there's actually diabolical things happening in the world. And it just baffles me how everyone is so out of touch with reality. Maybe it's just, I think it's the Western world mainly. But I'm going to just say, in general, if you are an individual and you're involved in all this kind of stuff, go ahead, but just know you look stupid. I encourage all of you to put down the phone and go touch grass. There are so many serious things going on in the world right now. And that's not me to tell you that, oh, be scared or anything like that. But there are a lot more things that we should be focusing on than whether a movie is demonic or not. Or whether, you know, the gender war, who pays more, who are men allowed to cheat, or cheating is wrong, X, Y, Z, all kinds of stuff like that. We don't need to focus on that crap. There is an enemy destroying things in our world consistently, and we keep getting distracted by these little things that don't matter. If you're a Christian watching this, please do better. Stop giving a damn when worldly people do worldly things. You're better than this, and you know what worldly people are gonna do. So just ignore it and stop making a fuss about, like, oh, they're disrespecting my God, the X, Y, and Z. I guarantee you, God doesn't give a dang about that. God doesn't give a dang about what they're doing. It doesn't affect him. And if you're an individual who's not a Christian, please touch grass as well. Stop looking at Twitter or typing these hippies or whatever it is, and go and experience life. Go get involved in things that are actually happening in the world. Don't go get involved in things that are actually affecting people in real life, you know? Like, let's cut the BS and do better. If you're gonna write hit pieces about real things that are going on in the country or wherever you are, X, Y, Z. But I just don't believe that there has to be this discourse about silly, stupid things like whether sinners is demonic or not. Do one and just do better. With that being said, God bless, take care, and I love you guys. Peace.